In this video, I'm going to show you how we turned an everyday storage unit into a fully functioning workshop. For the amount of square footage, you cannot get a workshop much cheaper. Now, before I go any further, I want to let you know we have running water and we also have electricity. The only thing we don't have is a bathroom, and that's what that's for. Now let me explain a little bit about this type of shop. So we do have lights, so there is electricity in the shops, or in the storage units. This particular storage unit is a locally owned storage unit. Maybe more of a mainstream storage unit would not be open to something like this. But if you're willing to make the call around to some local storage units and explain your situation, explain you do need at least one outlet, and either for free or for a little fee, they'll get an outlet installed for you. Now, due to the size of this storage unit, they actually have quite a few of these open. It's not often that people need this much storage. So they're willing to compromise with you usually to get you into this unit, because that's a lot of income for them every month, and it's better than having these sit empty waiting for someone to come by and grab it for maybe a month or two. So after you've made that initial phone call and you've found a unit where the landlord is willing to work with you and get an outlet installed, you'll want to grab one of these. Now let me explain real quick how the water is set up. So these 3 tanks are filled with water. The only downside is we do have to fill them up with water when they run out. If you don't need a lot of water, this might work out well for you. We actually use a lot of water, but we also own a power washing company. So we are bringing a tank, a 275 gallon tank of water to the shop almost every day. So we fill these tanks regularly. Whenever we have extra water, we top off the tanks. Now, if this would work for you, if you could find a way to keep your tanks full, whether you have a trailer, you could transport some water or what have you, you got to get a little creative maybe. As long as you can grab some tanks, which by the way, these were at a local pool supply store. They had a whole bunch of them sitting out back, and they said you could take however many you want. So these were all free, same with the tote. This tote is irrelevant for this video. This is a chemical that we use in our power washing. So we grab a 12 volt. This is a 5.5 gallon a minute pump, but it's a 12 volt. So this, again, plugs into our electricity here that we have. All you need to do is plug that in and connect a hose inlet and a hose outlet. You could even use a garden hose. It doesn't have to be all this. The only reason we have a 3-way valve is because we use the water to flush this pump, clean the pump out after using this pump to transfer our chem to our power washing vehicles. Not trying to make this more confusing than it is, but I want you to know you do not need a super elaborate setup like this. All you need is basically a water tank, a 12 volt pump here, which run you about a couple $100 maybe. This might actually have been around 100. And a hose, connect your hose to the end. You could even get like a sprayer hose, like a garden hose sprayer. We just use this because we need to hook it up as to a cam lock. So there you have it. I know you want to see this thing in action, so let's try it out. Now this is just something a little extra I did. I bought a power strip that comes with a remote receiver. You can get these at Menards, Lowe's, whatever hardware store is near you. And if you look here, well, it doesn't matter, but certain outlets are controlled with an on and off switch like this. And then there's certain outlets where it's constant power and it's not affected by this. So we'll press on. Now our pump is on. So it's pulling from this tank right now. We just have a drop stick the hose running out over here. And we have water. Now you might notice the red light. That's just an extra thing I did. Again, Menards or Lowe's, they plug right in. Just so the light's on. When the light's on, then we at least know our pump is on or off, because when we have this valve shut, the pump actually kicks off. A pressure switch engages it to kick off, and even though it sounds like it's off, it's still on. So we want to make sure that we are actually turning the thing off every day. So there you have it. I hope that helps. I know it's helped us a lot. Being a small business and just starting off, we can't afford $1,000 shop with water and electricity, so we make it work. And for around $350, we have a heated shop. So we have this shop, actually, I forgot to mention that this is a heated shop, so it does not get below, I can't remember, but it stays around 70 degrees. It's climate controlled, so we don't have to worry about our equipment freezing in the dead of winter. Thanks a lot. If you liked the video, share, subscribe. Go ahead and drop a comment on your thoughts on what you would do or how we could make our system better. Thanks a lot.